Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Tala Durith and her Imperial Officer getup from the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series. An awesome add-on character. She wasn't in the beginning of the show. She comes in the middle and dips out near the end, but a character that I really liked in the show, and I'm super happy to have her here in action figure form. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the review and see if she's something that you should add to your shelf. Alright, you guys know the drill. As always, you start by taking a look at the packaging. This is your standard plastic-free packaging with your Star Wars The Black Series logo up top. Your render of the figure, looking super nice here. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi in blue, Tala Durith Imperial Officer, warning 4+ Hasbro plastic-free packaging. Side of the box features some cool artwork of Tala snapping her glove like she's about to tell you to cough at the doctor's office. This side of the box features your Black Series logo, the render of Tala telling you she's 5.7 inches tall, the graphic about plastic-free packaging because Hasbro can't help blowing themselves about their failed Going Green effort. Around the back, you can get the render of Tala, the Black Series logo again, her name, the bio of the entire Kenobi series again because they won't tell you anything about the character. Shh! It's a spoiler! 1 year later, right? Number 13 in the Kenobi line, bunch of legalese, Disney, Hasbro, barcode, legal stuff underneath. Up top features the hanger tab and no window. Very standard packaging stuff. Let's open her up, take a look at what's in the box, and see what we're getting here. So, here's Tala out of the packaging. As always, we'll start by taking a look at her accessories, or accessory in her case. She only comes with one, which is the kind of standard Imperial pistol. We've seen this with the Death Troopers, we've seen this with some of the other officers. It is a very well-used mold at Hasbro. It's in a dark gray plastic and no paint to it, but it looks the part. It looks like a good little Imperial blaster. She carries it well in her right hand like so. It looks good. And she features a hip holster. The scope does not go in the holster. It pokes out, but the blaster tucks in there nice and securely. It is not going anywhere. Now, I will say, looking at the outfit before we get into it, Tala has two outfits in the show. She dresses as an Imperial officer for a bit, and then she has like her rebel outfit with like her red jacket and stuff going on. I really would have rather had the other one, but I'm happy to have this one because it does introduce a nice mold to the line. Being the female Imperial officer body, they can repaint this over and over again and start giving us some officers that way. I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for an Imperial officer. I'm always happy to add those to the shelf. So it's good to finally get this body in the line, and I'm guessing that's probably why they went this route. I'm hoping it ends up being a Miggs-Mayfeld situation where they're like, we can make a stormtrooper out of this character, and then later come and give you the good one. So I'm hoping that we get the Rebel Tala later on. But for now, this will fit this will fill that Tala like itch on the shelf. Looking at the likeness, I will say it's not bad. She, all of her hair is kind of combed back. The face, and again, I don't mean to sound like other reviewers where their favorite word is, it's too shiny. This one is a pretty good shiny one. I'm probably going to have to hit it with some Mr. Hobby Super Clear and mat it down some. But there is a very solid likeness here. I do see Tala in this. It's a decent likeness to the character. And, yeah, just a good job, Hasbro, looks right. The cap is glued down, and it looks very nice and gray with a silver button up front. Almost strikes me as a little tall from the side, but that could just be how they are. Working down the body, this is an entirely new mold. There's no reuse. They didn't try and slip the male arms on here or something. So she does feature all new, like the bottom of the neck is a ball joint, and just, there's entirely new sculpting to every element here. As far as I'm concerned, even the hands are new. So the figure looks really good. The jodhpurs, I've never actually said that word out loud. I've read it, so don't butcher me if I've done anything wrong. But, like the baggy-legged, like German pants that they used for the Imperial officer pants. The nice shiny leather boots, the shiny leather gloves. Just, it looks like an Imperial officer uniform. It's very bland, and that's what they are. So, let's run through some articulation. She features a double barbell neck head joint, allowing her to look that far up, which is pretty good. Pretty far down. You can rotate and pivot there. Arms come up to a T-pose. I don't think there's a butterfly joint in there. It might just be the peg wobbling in the socket, but I do get a tiny bit of movement in that. So I don't know if I trust that as a butterfly joint or not. It might just not be. 360 at the shoulders, single jointed elbows, going 290 and rotating, 360 at the wrist, with the left one hinging in and out and the right one hinging up and down. She features a mid-torso ball joint, allowing her to crunch that far forward, which is pretty decent. That far back, again, decent. Rotates and pivots. The legs kick pretty far out, pretty far forward. Not much back. Upper thigh rotation. Single jointed knees can go to 90 and rotate at the knee. And the feet can point straight down pretty much. Pretty decently far forward. There's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. And let's do some size comparisons. So here she is next to her buddy, her pal, her big yellow boy, Ned B. And I gotta be honest, I didn't really care for Ned B when he first came out. I ended up getting him on a good markdown, and I'm much happier having him now that there's a Tala to put with him. How about the Jabeam Obi from this wave? And just to keep everything in the Kenobi thing, just to show off, how about Fourth Sister, even though they never really meet, but just because she's in this assortment. We really got the Kenobi treatment this go around. I'm happy about that. So, end of the day, what do I think of the Imperial Officer Tala figure? I really like this figure. I like having the representation of the character on the shelf. I'm a big Kenobi fan. I know there's people out there that didn't really care for the show. So it's kind of a hard one to say whether I recommend or not, but I'm going to do my best. So, if you like the Kenobi show and you like the character, yeah, solid addition, you're going to like her. If you are looking for a body to make a female Imperial officer from, well, you're in the right place. I mean, this is just a head swap. If you aren't super big on the show, on the Kenobi series, this isn't an essential addition to the collection. And if you like to hold out for deals on your Black Series figures, let me tell you, this is where you're going to find it. So, and I'm not knocking the figure, it's a great figure, but Hasbro, in their infinite wisdom, said, hey, there's a Bastila Shan, Darth Malak, and Obi-Wan Kenobi in this wave, so who do we double pack? Tala! So for every case of this figure that shows up, there will be 2 Talas in the box, and I feel like she's a character that people are kind of going to be like, yay or nay on when they first see it. So, like, it's not going to be flying off the shelf. People are always going to buy Obi-Wan Kenobi or lightsaber characters. You never see those ones sitting on the shelf at the store. But Tala, you're going to see her on the store shelf. Excuse me. And when you see her on the store shelf, you're going to be seeing 2 of her on the store shelf, because I don't think she's going to be flying off. So expect some pretty good clearance on this figure, and that's kind of good in a way for the customizers, because you're going to get some Imperial Officer female body fodder pretty cheap before too terribly much longer. I hate predicting it, but it's a solid prediction. And come back for my next review if you want to start talking about fodder, because get ready, get hyped, we're doing it, we're going there, we're reviewing Val from Andor. Aren't you excited? So that'll be the next one, and I'll talk about that in her own video. But anyway, I'm going to go work on some other stuff. Thanks for watching. It means a lot you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the end of video drill. And I'll catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye.